Ford Focus Street has 3 problems: torque, steer, exhaust note, and power. Now, the Focus Street is a heck of a vehicle, but it's missing a little extra something. That's where Mountain comes in. Wait, who? You might be wondering who Mountain is, but if you're a Focus performance aficionado, you're already familiar with their work. The short version is that Mountain makes the magic happen for the big names racing 4-cylinder Fords. The company started in the 1980s prepping Cosworth engines for motorsports, and in later years branched out to offer a line of parts that don't void the Ford factory warranty. The Ford-approved modifications are also smog legal in all 50 states. This really matters if you reside in one of the more tuning-averse states. Mountain's work on the 2015 Ford Focus Street yielded a full complement of modifications that fall roughly into 2 categories: performance enhancements and appearance enhancements. The performance mods are really the problem solvers of the bunch. The appearance mods solve a different set of problems in a more subjective field. The whole shebang goes for $5,102, though it must be installed by the dealer Ford or Lincoln, Mountain USA, or an ASE-certified tech to comply with your new vehicle warranty. The torque, steer, and power problems are both solved under the hood, where $1,900 gets you the Mountain MP275 engine kit. That increases power by 18 HP and 26 lb-ft of torque to 270 HP and 296 lb-ft. On the horse per dollar scale, the Mountain kit is pretty modest, but we're told that the upgraded intercooler included with the kit is integral not only to making that power but also to keep it, because heat soak becomes a problem when increasing boost with just the stock intercooler. It's been a few months since I've ripped around in a stock Saint, but the tuner gave me a good shove back in my seat when I stomped on it. Far healthier than MT's long-term Volkswagen Golf GTI. Adding power alone would just exacerbate the generous torque steer that comes, free of charge, with all Focus Street models. That's where the Quaife torque biasing differential comes in. $1,174 with installation kit gets you the single most noticeable item in the performance kit. Torque steer is tamed. Now the steering wheel just gets heavier when you stomp the gas. Not bad compared to the unintended evasive maneuvers the stock car would make when launched hard with a loose grip on the wheel. Raw acceleration with a differential and the engine upgrades is noticeable. A stock 2015 Focus Street we tested hit 60 mph in 6.3 seconds, but our modded Saint dropped that time to 6 seconds flat. Lining both cars up at the drag strip would leave the stock Saint a few car lengths behind, with the tuner Saint ripping off a 14.6 second pass at 96.4 mph to the stock car's 14.8 seconds at 94.3 mph. The stock 2015 Focus Street is no slouch in the handling department, and this is where the problem-solving edges into the aesthetic category. If you like the look of a lowered car, the lowering springs are a nice addition, and the $300 there are pretty reasonable, too. The ride is a little more brittle, but the Saint didn't have much to work with in the first place. Together with the front strut tower brace, the lowering springs bring the lateral acceleration up a smidge, from 0.92 G average to 0.95 G average. Although the suspension mods add a bit, the Quaife differential is the biggest contributor to the improved figure 8 time, from the stock 26.0 seconds at 0.73 G average to 25.2 seconds at 0.75 G average. That's almost a whole second faster. Testing director Kim Reynolds attributed the bulk of the improvement to the differential, which allowed him to get on the power sooner than in the stock car. On streets and winding back roads, the tuner Saint distinguished itself nicely. Even with the wheel turned, the Quaife kept the torque reined in, and with the aftermarket intake, the turbo was a bit more vocal. Roll down the windows, roll on the throttle, and enjoy a turbocharged 4-piece band. It's fun. Boost is limited in the first 3 gears, but add the throttle in 4th or above, and you get all the turbo can give. The rest of the performance package falls solidly into the category of want rather than need for performance. One of my first thoughts after getting into the stock Focus Street after torque steer was, this thing is too quiet. I'm not one for slapping a pair of cherry bombs glass pack straight pipes on my daily driver, but something with sporting pretensions needs more than a subtle growl. The Volkswagen GTI, for example, is much too quiet. The stock Focus Street is closer, but the $995 for the catback exhaust is money well spent in my book. It's quiet when you're just cruising, but gets loud when you get on the gas hard. The short shifter $449 is said to make shifts more precise. It moves the knob much slower, though, making you grip it a little bit awkwardly. I'd pass on it because the stock shifter is far from vague, but if you're changing the shift knob, it might be worth it for you. I'd rather put my money toward a set of wheels. That short shifter is like a wheel and a half from most of 1552's catalog. Just saying. MT's short list of must-have items: mount an MP275 engine kit, wave torque biasing differential catback exhaust system for a factory-backed, warranty-keeping performance package. The Focus Street doesn't go too far, but I think it goes far enough. If you're a year into your payments and the thought of voiding your warranty has you a little leery, then the Mountune sourced performance package is worth a look.